Yeah, we're here with it. Hold on. We are back again with the fourth edition of the Black Journal. After a week off, of course, we have all of our personal habits and issues that we have to attain to. So, therefore, I work, my boy Nation works, Damien has his lifelong journeys that he goes through. So, guess what? We are here back again, bring you the real, like we always do. So, as shown in the motherfucking title, we are the Black Journal. And no longer further ado, I would introduce the young Black Kings. Me first, the bald headed king himself, Mally Maldo, aka Malcolm Gilstrap, 1/3 of the Black Journal. To my motherfucking right,
Damien, it's the Black Journal, y'all. How y'all doing today? Fourth edition. Let's get it.
and down to the below of me,
Yo, I'm gonna put a spin on this, man. It's your boy Nation Domination, the Hoodie King. This is the quad edition. You know, the
Quad Club.
fourth,
I feel it.
fourth edition.
Quad Club. I feel it. I
Club, you
feel it.
feel me? You know, this is
Follow
the quad edition of
like
the Black
LeBron's
Journal, man.
championship
Just come
ring. Shout
in,
out to the Lakers.
open your minds and
17
your
rings.
ears, man, and
Thank you.
just have let's get it, man.
So now we're in the state of the world that we're gonna start off with a more serious topic, of course, like we always do. Um Nigeria, y'all. You feel me? SARS is out there tripping, and it's gotten to a point in recent reports, based off of CNN, uh at least 10 people have died in protests out there. I believe this was recent too. This is actually yesterday. Um, they had police brutality going on around. 10 people have died. Even the human rights group told CNA that police have used excessive force against unarmed protesters since the protests started last Thursday. So 10 people have died in the past few days. And it's getting very serious. So therefore, that the police have further, announced that Sunday the unit will be disavowed. But we all know that disavowed doesn't really mean that they're really going to be gone. That just means that they're going to be disinvolved and probably be reformed into the actual police unit himself. So, therefore, Damien, take it away and not only give your thoughts, but also your information and spiel. And then follow right after that will be Nation Domination. Let's get it.
Well, first and foremost, I feel like, I'm not even gonna lie, man. It's 2020 and all over the world, black people are like it's real. Like black people everywhere in Brazil, United States, obviously Nigeria, we all dealing with the same thing. Hyper militarized police. So we all gotta understand like you see how many people came out when George Floyd got killed by the police officer? Feel me? Millions. Same thing in Nigeria. Same thing in Brazil. In Brazil, there was an African American woman who was in politics, and she got assassinated right before she went into office. So like,
Mm,
and it was some police officers that did it. So
mm,
all over the world, we're dealing with you know
mm-hmm,
hyper police, and we gotta understand. Like, I feel like if we just come together and build something for ourselves, then we'll be able to, come from a position of strength. Like, yo, this is our city, this is our land. We don't want this type of police here. But as it is now, like the youth, when I say the youth, I'm gonna say like 18 to 25. The young men and the young women. You feel me? Like, I feel like we got it backwards. Like we go through something and then we march and we protest. But in reality, what we should be doing is we should be trying to change the system from the ground up, period. We should be holding people accountable. But nevertheless, SARS, police force, you feel me? Like, what is it? We need more communal policing. We need, in your city, in my city, in nation city, We need people. We need us to be armed. We need to be. Everybody need to be a police officer because you notice now, once you put money and build a police force and you have people that are armed, they abuse their power. And this ain't just America. It's in Africa. It's in Brazil. It's probably happening in Asia. Like we don't, you know what I mean? Like we know what's going on in Europe. We know what's going
Yeah,
on.
that's where all this shit started from, Europe, and you
So
know, yeah,
it's also one of those things too where I feel like as Black people, we're dealing with the same thing and we haven't come up with our own system of protection. I don't want to say policing. I want to say our own system of protection. You feel
mm-hmm.
me? Like, because what do the police do? They're supposed to be protecting business and making sure that, trade and everything is going on, protecting the streets, making sure the citizens is okay. But because, we got like 56 million Black people. In Nigeria, I think it's like 200 million Black people. You feel me? We need to have a national or an international mandate of how Black people are going to protect themselves, not police themselves, protect them, because we already know now, like the police is compromised. They're just compromised. Everybody compromised. The United States police are compromised. African American police in Brazil, they're compromised. And in Nigeria, the SARS is compromised. And so everybody says disband SARS, but then like we know what disband means. They gonna disband that unit, and then they gonna just spread the police that force out. Hey, Nation, mute your phone, fam.
Still doing the same shit I was doing on my phone.
And then they gonna spread them police out into different forces. So
Yeah,
what we need is, we need to have a conversation. Black people everywhere need to start having a conversation like, yo, how are we going to protect ourselves? And do we want these old heads that are abusing that niggas that's like 30, 40, 50 that are like, maintaining themselves in these police forces? Do we want these people protecting us because they abuse their power? Or are we going to take that power back into our own hands, start policing our communities, start holding people accountable? Or are we just going to outsource that shit like how we outsource voting? Like instead of going out and hitting the streets and trying to build a better society, I'm gonna just vote. You know what I mean? You've outsourced building a new society to some people who say they're gonna do it for you. So whatever they do for you, you pretty much voted for them to do it. So you can't get mad at us with the police. Like, as we going, like I said, it's not about policing anymore. It's about protection. We need a structure or institution that is gonna globally protect Black people, Africans, gonna globally protect our life, our property, and our happiness, bro. Because it's just being encroached upon by many people under the guise of other institutions, the police, this, that, SARS, But in reality, what I see is when I see that, I just see America, the curse, or I won't say curse, but I'll say the sickness of how police, that structure and the way that they police, it's spilled into Nigeria, the most populous Black nation in the world. So what that means is all these niggas is out here getting their ass beat and shot and killed in America. And instead of the most populous Black nation saying something and doing something about it, they're gonna take up the same model that America is implementing on its citizens that are Black. I think that it's wrong. You look at the president of Nigeria, Buhari, he's old. He's an old head. So they're in an old way of doing things. They think you got Black people that look at us young men like we thugs and we criminals. You feel me? They don't see the best in us. They want to police us, not protect us. They want to make sure that we not doing what we want to do. They don't want us to, in my opinion, they don't want the Nigerians, the most populous Black nation. They don't want the people over there doing what they want to do. Hence why they keep messing with them, why they keep shooting the kids and whatnot.
He's old, man. Man is 77 years old. He's been the president since 2015. So it's like, what type of order do you really need to, I guess this is funny as hell. Come on, son. And it's like, how much more time do you really need to think that you're going to fix up the nation that has been defeated even before he ran for president over at least a good 3 times.
I'm gonna say this in closing, bro. Like the problem that we're dealing with here in America, that they're dealing with in South America, Brazil, that the black people are dealing with in Europe are the same problems that the Africans are dealing with in Nigeria. And what's going on is we need more structure in our country, because I think, like you said, Buhari's been president since 2015. He's comfortable being president. You feel me?
Already.
He doesn't want to say, he doesn't want to give up a little bit of that power. And I would say like unite with other countries, other African countries, because really what it is, what the African Union is supposed to be doing is they're supposed to be creating a model of unity, an economic and a political model that was supposed to take us into the United States of Africa. That was like what they're supposed to be doing. But now you see that each, and then with the coronavirus, you see each country in Africa, they're like dummy separate. Their borders are closed down, so they're the furthest thing from unity. So I just look at it like, Africans need to unite, not just on the basis of Black Lives Matter or on the basis of, you like this, I like this. Like, we really need to unite. We need to get the ball rolling, because we're going to look up in 50 years, we're going to be having the same conversation if we don't do what, these Europeans did when they came to Europe. They came to America, was like, we need to have a United States, and ain't nobody going to say nothing, and we're going to kill you if you don't let us do it. And that made the United States a superpower. Imagine if Africa was over there like that, from a unified economic model, economic planning, protection planning. We're going to have police forces or protection forces everywhere, trained, but right now the motto is, the Nigerians are Nigerians, so they don't have nothing to do with the African Americans, and then the Zimbabweans are Zimbabweans, so they don't have nothing to do with the Nigerians. And it's like we're all different people, but we're really the same people. You feel me? And our inability to unite is going to destroy not just us, but the world.
And that's a fact. And go ahead, Nation, man. And further, before I let you go, Nation, you also have to elaborate on the historical context of why Africa is so damn divided, based off of certain agents that were in Africa that sold us to America, that made us be property to begin with. So go ahead, Nation.
What I do want to say is, I'm gonna start off with this because I've actually been doing research on our journey from Africa to the Americas. Now, just hear me out. It takes approximately 4 months on a boat with no propeller, no motor, to get from Africa to the Americas. So, my question to y'all is this: if they had hundreds of thousands of us on a boat for 4 months with no food, how many of us would truthfully survive? They said they had more than hundreds of thousands of slaves that were shipped. My thing is, I feel like, to be honest, they came over here and enslaved who was already here. I feel like if they did bring us, a lot of us didn't get over here. You telling me we gonna last 4 months on a boat with no food? We're chained up the entire time. We have no food. You telling me all of us gonna survive? Let's be honest, y'all.
Talk about it, man. Talk about it, son.
That bugged me because I really had to do research on that, and I did some earlier this week. That can't be possible. I don't care what the history books say. That can't be possible. You can't tell me you can go 4 months with no food on a boat, on a sailboat at that.
Yeah, mind you,
unless you become,
and we're all in close quarters.
Exactly. We're shackled to each other. We have no room to move. The only movement you get is sleep.
That's
You
it.
piss and shit where you lay. That's
Well,
if that.
hey,
You see what I'm saying?
to add on to what you're saying, bro. Mansa Musa, he was the king of the Mali Empire. 200 years before Columbus had ever set foot in America, white people, period. 200 years before that, this man took his first of all, his cousin Abu Bukhari. He took 500 ships from modern day Ghana, you know, and sold all the way to Brazil. 500 ships. One ship came back. And after in the 1400s, they said there's land over there in the Americas. This man, Mansa Musa, took 1,000 ships, gold, everything. So when we talk about the origins of Black people in the Americas, it predates slavery. So we can't, just because they're giving it to us that way, don't mean we have to take it. It don't even make sense. Some of us got brought over here. Some of our ancestors was brought over here as slaves during, the Portuguese slave trade and whatnot. But these Europeans is lying if they saying that they brought all of us over here. And that's the thing,
No, we was already over here. That's
why was everywhere.
That's
that
what
we
I'm
have
saying.
Native American in our fucking
That's
blood. Like, it just makes sense that way.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Your fact, D, just gave me the point that I was trying to make. It wasn't possible. They came over here. We were already here. You just stated that. We were already here. We came and already started mating with the Native Americans because, once we got over here, they came to see. They were trying to figure out what we can do, what we can trade at, how can we make this ours. And as soon as we started getting comfortable, who all of a sudden pops up?
White people.
Who all of a sudden pops up?
Like, that's what I'm trying to
And then
like these white people think that they were born in Sunnyvale, nigga.
Hey, look. I'll do one even better. I'll do one even better. In 1492, Columbus came over here and discovered everything. Before Columbus came over here, wasn't nobody on the land. It was just, monkeys and shit people running around naked. We was set. That's a damn fucking lie. And the thing is, though, it's easier to fool the people than tell them the truth, because check this out. The same people that was enslaved in America for 400 years, slavery was going on all around the world. So come to find out, these people that we enslaved and were the subject of our scorn, and the people that we did wrong and we killed their babies and fed them to alligators and was raping their women and raping their sons, these are the founders of civilization, and they was everywhere on the planet. They can't just come out and say that to us, bro. They will never just come out and say that to us, because you know how that make
politicians and Freemasons that started this country to begin with, that really were all owning slaves. Even George Washington and all these niggas, they were Freemasons galore and owned slaves. It's like, you can't really tell me that we weren't not here before Christopher Columbus did that. Not only that the Native Americans were here, we were here already too. Indigenous to this land already is an understatement. It's a fact. And I'll even go one further, is that we have some type of rights to this land that we are all sitting on to this day speaking.
Oh, no.
And I mean,
no.
without the 40 acres and a mule. Sorry.
Go ahead, Nation.
And what you saying there, Malcolm, I'm just gonna say this real quick. And I said it before. I believe it was in 2. It was in episode 2. We were here first. Shout out to Chaos Kingdom, by the way. But anywho, yeah. I'm sorry, but it was the perfect opportunity. It was beautiful, beautiful wordplay. But you got to understand, we were here first. They came over, saw that we had no problems. It was peace. Everybody was love. It was joy. We was minding our own business. We was trading, and then they enslaved everybody. But they didn't enslave us body-wise first. They enslaved us mind-wise first.
Now, religiously.
What was the first thing they brought over?
The Bible.
Exactly. I was about to say that. The first thing they brought over here, they came over spreading the word of Christianity. And after that, we were It was it. That was it. Once we all converted, it was a wrap. Like real life. But it wasn't our fault. We was over here peaceful, not thinking about that. They used mind tactics because that's what they used. That was the best battle plan. Been the best battle plan since the dawn of the ages. In order to beat man, you don't beat him by body or by physical force. You beat him by the mind.
And that's in the words
Why
of
you think
Columbus
people always tell
himself.
you?
He said when Columbus got to the islands, and the Indians, which was black people, probably swam up to his ship. They was all naked, and he said, and I quote, "With 50 men, we could subjugate them, force them into bondage, and take over the island." So you already know what Columbus was on when he came over here. He was looking for gold and slaves, and it's just honestly our inability to come together and make right what's wrong. Like there's a lot of wrong in the world. It's a lot of wrong in the world because we not standing up and making shit right. We just taking their motto.
But I'm gonna play the guilty. I'm just combating you right here just to see. I'm gonna play the black people role, the sleep black person role. What am I to do? Look. All I know is I'm black. They don't like me. I don't really give a fuck if they don't like me. But I gotta do what I gotta do for mine. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mind my business. I'm gonna stay asleep and I'm gonna work in between this system because I'm scared to see what happens if I open my mind. That's what a lot of black people in their mind are saying.
Well,
it's not that they don't. It's not that they're not tired. It's not that they're not tired. Their mind is still in that same system of if I do something or if I go too far, what are they gonna do to me? Fear and the mind is two of the easiest weapons to have. If you can get them to fear you and you can get control of their mind, there's nothing else they can do to you. It's like playing chess. Every move has to move.
See, but I don't see why we should be afraid of anything because, you know, in reality, bro, and I would say that to that person that sleep, you know, if they saying they just gonna do their thing, mind their business, they afraid, you know, I would let them know, like, you know, we done been through way worse, bro. Like we done been through worse. Like at one point in history, they wasn't letting us read, you feel me? So you gotta understand, like now it's like, what they gonna come do? Come kill us? What they gonna come do?
That's so crazy to me. So what you just said, David. So say that again, my nigga. You mean to tell me that they was so afraid of us that they didn't even let us read, nigga?
That was that afraid, bro. Like they wouldn't let us read think. Cause look, you gotta understand, bro.
What?
Before 1492, we was in control of the whole world, damn near. You feel me? You know how much scriptures and pamphlets and things that we left behind for the generations ahead to read. They was reading them, but they said we can't let them read this. Now, 300, 400, 700 years later, you know, or I'm saying 500 years later, 520 something years later, you know, we don't even want to read into the mythology of our nations or our former nations. We don't want to read into Egypt. We don't want to read into, you know, the Mali Empire. We don't want to read into, you know, what the Moors was in Europe doing. We don't want to read how the Moors, which was black Islamic people, went into Europe during the Black Plague, the Black Death, the bubonic plague, and taught all the Europeans, you know, basic technology, hygiene. You feel me?
Medicine.
Algebra.
Period.
You feel me?
Us, bro.
I'm gonna say this. There's a reason why, and it starts with the school system. If you've noticed, the school system is not flourished to make you learn. The school system is flourished. It flourishes only if you pass. They don't care if you learn. We just want you to know this knowledge that we give you so that you can pass the test that we give you so that your district can have the money that it needs to fund you and activities. If we fund you for football, basketball, soccer, track, cheerleading, dance, any type of theater arts, any type of special program where we got to give you money, we can keep feeding you everything, and all you gonna do is teach these kids what's in this curriculum.
Right. I think,
Mm-hmm.
to be honest though, like I
Once
think
that happens,
one thing we need to
it's
ask.
way
Go ahead, Nash.
the one thing that I'm trying to get at is it's not even like the government has the school system to the point where kids don't want to read, kids don't want to do math. It's only about the numbers. If kids don't come to school, school districts don't get paid, and then the school district is forced to shut down. That's why this corona shit is really putting a hammer on the school districts, because if they can't have kids in that building and get attendance daily, they don't get paid, and neither do the people that work there. So when we at home, yes, we're getting paid off the money that they have, but once that money runs out, what do we get?
What's the solution though, man? Like we dealing with this, like we know we're
It's
not
a
in
it's
these
a hard
schools
it's
long.
a hard thing to say. It's a hard
Hmm?
thing. It's a hard thing to come up with, but based off of how our people are. Because no matter how much we place into them the knowledge that we found out or the knowledge that somebody has given to us, they will only be care. They will only care about Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, OnlyFans, TikTok. If it's not in a phone or on TV or on the internet right now, we don't care about it. If it's not a Gucci bag, a Gucci purse, a Gucci belt, if it ain't something that make them look like they got money, they don't care. And it's just the system. It's gonna continue to do that until we break them out of it. And that is going to take some planning. And it's gonna take a lot of brothers that really get like it's a bunch of us in different states. But if we could all get together,
It's two things
that will be
that should be the solution to all of our problems. Are we self-aware of ourselves? Are we self-aware that the fact that not only that we're black, we have to not only work as twice as hard than anybody else in this motherfucker? Are you aware that no matter when you get pulled over by whether if you're clean cut, whatever, don't matter, that you know that you're gonna get pulled over based on the skin of your color, like the color of your skin, not because of the content of your character of how you are. So once you get that out the way, there's a second thing that comes into play: accountability, self accountability. Are you aware that you're gonna have to be accountable for any actions that you spew on this community, black community? So whether if you're a basketball player, you're a football player, this, that, and the third, anything that you will say or do will be held against you and the black community. So when a white person says it, whether it's a football player, this, that, and the third, he's only being held accountable to his standards, not his whole community. So we have to realize that and understand that fully to even understand where the problem is at in the first place. So once we start understanding that as an individual, can we do that together? Can we be like, oh, I'm aware that you're aware that I'm aware that you're aware, and I'm accountable because he's accountable? We have to start building that chain of accountability and awareness. That's all it really is to me. That's my opinion and how my little spiel, because I don't need to talk 10, 15 minutes long about that. It's as simple as it can go. The only reason why I could go 10 to 15 minutes about elaborating on that, because I've dealt with situations. Granted, my freshman year, high school year, walking with my Hispanic brother and sister, they're in the couple, and I see a group of young black kings in a whole group. Long story short, this person made it seem like I wasn't supposed to be belong there because I wasn't with them because I was with another race. So if you want to miss me with that racism bullshit comes from white people, Asian, no, nigga. Congratulations, black people. We done it to ourselves already. And it was spewed. It was obviously it had something to do with historical context. It had something to do with this. We all understand that, but can we also agree that we do it to ourselves too? We mean mug each other more than any other race down
Look,
in our state. It's
I'll
just
say
a
it like
fact.
this. Look, I'm a firm believer black people are incapable of being racist. Racism means
That's not a
prejudice,
fact, but okay.
debatable, plus power. So my thing is, I have to hate you enough, dislike who you are, use all the power that I have to not just verbally affect you and roll my
That's
eyes at you,
racism,
man.
not
But you
racist.
look, look, nah, you can't be racist, bro, because to be racist, you have to
I
have enough
can. It just
power
doesn't. It's not
to
gonna be powerful
influence.
as white people.
Nah, but see, that's the thing though. Racism is not powerful. Racism is fear-based. If you really truly understand racism, it's coming from a position of fear. You come in as a white person, Dr. Cress Wilson, she came up with the Cress theory of color. And this basically explains why white people do what they do. And it's not just because they hate you. Because I got white people that love me, bro. But in the grand scheme of things, you gotta realize, bro, we are a dominant people, even in our genes. If we get with a white person, the baby's black. If whatever we do, we dominate. I would say it's just about genetic survival, bro. These people trying to survive in a world that's black. You feel me? We're not killing black people because we trying to survive. We killing black people because Europeans gave us a society and dropped guns and drugs into the community, took all the jobs away, and we so stressed out. So
No
the
shit.
factors that is getting you irritated is not the same factors that are getting them irritated. They're coming from a position of power and self-preservation. We're coming from a position of, I don't have what I need, so let me go run in there and take your shit. Or, for instance, it's
Hmm?
not like a man want to kill, but if I'm coming at you with a gun, Mally, you gonna kill me if you got a gun because you gotta survive. You feel me? So
Yeah, I mean, don't generalize it. That's stupid. We all know that. So that happens with anything. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But you're missing my point. But keep going.
no, explain your point.
Like, because my thing is that's true. Based on the fact of racism, we don't have any power. So technically, can we not be racist to that fullest extent? No, because it's not going to really mean anything because of the fact of what the fuck we do to each other. Fuck them. We don't even, we already have problems in our community as it is. But I got to worry about your ass robbing my ass because I'm the same. I don't even have that much money, but yeah, I still will probably get robbed by you. And I have less than you.
Look,
But
the
we
super
don't go into Rancho. We don't go into Beverly Hills and flock them white people them
why?
because they got they
Why?
shit because we
Because they're
already know
organized. Because they're organized.
exactly.
And we don't even need to go into their cities to know that they're organized. We're unorganized. And in our disorganization, we're getting mad. There's no structure. So if a black man has a problem with another black man, instead of handling it like a man, we want to go straight for guns, death, knives, robbing them. But
But
these
let a policeman go come in with a 45 and a stub nose and we got an AR-15. What are we doing? We're running.
that
That's
part.
all I'm saying.
That's
It's
what
just
I'm
that.
saying. So that we can't be racist if you running. You can't be racist to your people and you running from another people.
I mean, if I'm killing my
Prejudice
own
is
people
there.
instead of trying to preserve life for our people, that's more that's
I,
how about this? That's not racist. That's just pure ignorant and dumb as hell. That you
yeah,
think that is not even close to racist.
It
I
Because
agree.
me
No,
personally, I'm not gonna kill
it's
my own people
it
because of some bullshit. Because a bitch fuck another nigga that I don't like. That's
that's
that's petty shit. It
believe
happens
it or
with
not.
everything, but I'm just
it
saying the shit that we. Come on now,
it's
come on now.
it's a level. It's a level to it.
There we
And
go.
I get where both of y'all are coming
That's
from.
the perfect word.
So
Level.
let me break it down. Let me break it down. It's levels to it on some different shit. And it shouldn't be because it should all be the same. If a cop kills one of us, it should be the same. But my
Nah, it
thing
shouldn't.
is the
It
reason why we
shouldn't.
are killing each other is but it is. But it is though. But people don't view it that way. Lil Ray just shot Lil James for $2. But if Officer Stanley shoot Lil JJ, it's a whole problem. We have, like you say, we have to be structured. But in that structure, we have to govern ourselves and tell ourselves We need to stop killing each other over bullshit.
And what I'm saying is we can't use terms that we describe European white people with and use those terms on ourselves. What I'm saying is, why was Europeans, who make up 15% of the whole world's population, able to go into Africa and snub 2 billion niggas, put us in a position of where we at today, and then transatlantic slaves? Because we psychologically weak. We're not racist. We not like these people, but we psychologically weak, and we don't see each other. We don't see ourselves as one people. That's a problem. That ain't racism, but like Malcolm said, I'm over here, I'm gonna kill my brother. This was been going on in Africa for years. You feel me? So really, what we need to talk about,
it already been a problem before we were even born.
Black people been fighting black people for years, and our inability, like I said, our inability to unite. But we can't be over here calling ourselves racist or calling ourselves this. But what I'm saying is, too, these Europeans literally pay people. They'll pay you, Malcolm, to make a song about you, make a song and a video. Because what's the best way? Like Nation said, it's the mind. What's the best way to get to the mind? Vision and audio. So they're gonna make a song about me killing you, and then they're gonna give me a picture of you killing me. And then you got black people out here, living these images. But my thing is, just because you live in an image, you're literally living a fictitious image when you a gangbanger, or when you a thug, or you a criminal. You feel me? Because that's not who you are. But that doesn't make you racist because you're over here. It don't make.
So let me elaborate on even about the racist comment, because of the fact that, how about this? It's true to a certain extent because we don't have the power to be racist fully. So yeah, but that doesn't exclude the fact that my thing is, if I know that I'm treating this person better as far as a color, if I'm looking at a white person, right? I'm looking at a white person, and let's just say, how about this? I just recently bought a car from a nigga, right? And the only reason why I kind of bought it from a nigga, not because just because he was black, is because I kind of knew who he was already beforehand. But how about a random ass white dude that sold me that exact same car? I would have been more comfortable buying it from him. Then it's right here. So you're right. It's really right here. It's just my thing is, how the fuck am I not comfortable enough to buy it from a nigga than it is from, you know what I'm saying? Explain that to me, because it's already been that way, right?
Look, since we've been born, 50 Cent. I'll go 50 Cent. I love 50 Cent, bro. But look, when the 50 Cent Get Rich Die Trying, a nigga shot 50 Cent 9 times. It wasn't real. Well, it was real because he did get shot 9 times, but they played that for the world to see. And then a nigga shot Nipsey Hussle. And then some niggas assassinated Malcolm X. So these Europeans is using media to put it in front of us. This is a closed group of Uncle Ruckus ass niggas. You feel me? But to sit here and say 20, 30 million niggas is this way, it's not true.
No, not every nigga is gonna. No, we all know that every nigga is not thinking that way. I'm not saying that. You know what I'm saying? But there is some of them niggas that's out there that are ignorant as fuck, that happen to be gangbangers, that happen to be them criminals, that happen to be the niggas that you speak of, that look at me, and that means that if I'm not a flocker, if I'm not a criminal, if I ain't like them, that's because that they think, yeah, I'm gonna be a rat, or this, that, and the third, or they always think of that shit. But let a white dude come in there, fight, film them on camera, they gonna be, oh, good, come see this, come see the hood. Come do this. We got a literally a YouTube channel where all these motherfucking filmers are going into their hoods and filming their shit. DJ Vlad is making a killing off that shit. Filming all black people. So you mean to tell me that I'm going to a nigga to get an interview, but I can't go to Sean Cotton to Say Cheese TV and get that same type of flood of interviews? No, that's fucking crazy to me. I'm sorry, but that shit is gay. You mean to tell me I gotta appeal to Jewish people to get in movies when I can deal with my own people?
That's society. That's literally like how, in my opinion, because I look at all of my people, bro. I look at all of us like we all where we need to be. We are all where we need to be so that we could get to where we want to go. But at the same time, it's just about unity. When you read, if you read, I'm gonna send you the PDF. It's called The Destruction of Black Civilization by Chancellor Williams. And at the end of the book, this man, first of all, this man details from point A to point Z how we got to where we are. All the black people that was fighting in Africa who couldn't just, cross North Africa and go into Europe and stop the Europeans from doing what they was doing. Why weren't we able to do that? Why? One thing, we all speak in different languages. We speak English, but then they speak Xhosa, and then they speak Arabic, and so we wasn't able to communicate in a centralized fashion. And even to this day in America, we still don't have a central body to where we can communicate to fix our problems. But what I'm saying is, in this book, bro, he put at the end of the book the master plan, bro, and it just details exactly what we need to do so that we could get out of this position in America. And it's kind of modeled after Marcus Garvey's UNIA. We need a race-based organization, where we have black men from all over the states getting young black men and young black women and black women together, where we talking about our problems and we're paying dues. If you put $10 in, if we get 30,000 people in an organization to pay $10, bro,
we already know.
You know what we can do with that, bro?
That's a fact.
Positive
images.
images.
All that shit you talking about. I'm just saying, my thing is, I hear all the shit you talking about.
Right.
What you're saying is like, I can't argue that. But you can't argue that we don't do that shit to ourselves too.
Fuck the
historical. We got all the. So my thing is, so here's my question.
If I gave you the gun, if I gave you the gun to kill Nation, right? If I said, "Here's the gun, kill that nigga," and then I arrested you afterwards and put you on there and made you look like a murderer, yeah, you committed the act. Well, who really, you feel me?
Of course, the media, look, the media is going to make shit crazy, like crazier than it is. It's always been happening with when it came down to Tamir Rice, it came down to Eric Garner, Alton Sterling. All these niggas was already it was already criminalized before they even could even have that because of the media. So white people, I mean, niggas ain't doing that, but corporate niggas are doing that.
Look, you got,
but it's fueled by certain.
It's like money that. Because if you a person, you got $1 million, bro, right? And let's say Nation, you got $1 million, right? And I'm not in your tax bracket, you feel me? I'm acting a certain way, and then I commit a crime, you feel me? You gonna automatically view me. I gotta get away from him because I don't want that to fuck with what I'm going on. You feel me?
That's a fact.
That's not racism, though. We are incapable.
That's not even what I said at all, but okay.
No, I'm not saying you said that. I'm just saying it's not racism because a lot of the narrative now is reverse racism with white people. We killing ourselves. Well, y'all poor. Y'all killing yourselves. Well, look, motherfuckers, y'all designed this system. We're just.
Yeah, I mean, we all live together. 95% of us live all in the same community. So 9 times out of 10, we will kill each other. That's a fact.
It's it's proximity. Yeah, you could argue
we live close to each other. So 9 times out of 10, if we were to get into some shit, I'm just assuming, especially the communities that we live in. He live in Oak Cliff. There's a whole bunch of niggas. Well, Duncanville, Oak Cliff. But there's a whole bunch of niggas out there. Then there's us, San Bernardino, somewhat of Rialto. But the majority of these niggas is Hispanics around this motherfucker, except for San Bernardino.
Mm-hmm.
So even them niggas ain't even really killing each other like that. It's really like, and my thing is, like you said, it's always been a historical mindset about this. We all know the white man, the man, quote unquote, whatever you want to call the nigga, it literally did all this. So you mean to tell me somebody in some suit? So you mean to tell me from the time of civilization started in America, quote unquote, for 1776, 4th of July, blah blah blah, we celebrate this shit. You mean to tell me that all these niggas kept this shit going? And like, my thing is nowadays.
They was like
nowadays it's so crazy that we got a whole bunch of niggas that have tons of money. And we still in the same position because them niggas don't care about the community itself.
Nation said it earlier. The first thing that they do whenever they came, what they come after? The mind. The mind. So even though a nigga will get $1 million, he'll still mentally be enslaved. He'll still mentally hate his brother.
Just
And
prove my fucking point. A nigga got $10 million and he came from the gutter. I don't even want to get back to his hood no more. And I'm not saying that it's because like whatever he had going on, he have hatred and this, that, and the third. But FGB Duck just got shot in his own hometown, broad daylight in front of his girl. I'm just saying, and I know it was a bunch of niggas. We can't say that it was white people that doing that. Or
I mean, but no, we can though. We can't. No, we can though. Cause I understand. I feel like I understand these people to a point of, you know, they showed us who they was when they assassinated all of our leaders in the 60s and then made us look like it was us doing it. You feel me? So when a nigga gets killed, I know for a fact in Chicago, and I got a homie in Chicago, and he sent me this information. They got masks, bro. They got
they got white people that's blackface.
That's why. So when you so look,
it's half
start a gang war,
blackface and half niggas.
Start a gang war. Put a mask on. Go wear some colors like you were another nigga from another set and go kill another nigga. You gonna have these niggas killing each other, and then you just go take your mask off and go do your shit. So we being egged, we being pressed, we being poked.
So there you go. So there you go. So you mean to tell me? So as easy as he sent that information, what about them other niggas that are asleep?
Yes.
They didn't get that memo. They was like, you know what, cuz? Like, you know what? I didn't know that he was in a blackface. Thought he was just another nigga. So now even after that, it's still going on. It's not like that shit just stopped. You know what I'm saying? That's just my whole point. So where in that particular thing right here, what the fuck are we supposed to do about them type of niggas shooting us because we're trying to save our own lives because the media ain't gonna do it, the white man ain't gonna do it, the White House sure as hell ain't gonna do it. The government,
I'm gonna answer that.
You know, every other entity in this world, I'm talking about the League of Nations, I'm talking about every nation that you can think of. Nigga,
we gotta get organized.
Fuck, bro.
We gotta get organized. We need to be like, look, bro, we need to be like these police. We need to be two in this
Nathan. I know you want to talk. My bad.
Yeah, my bad.
I'm just saying, my nigga.
We be going on. Go ahead, Nation.
No, let my nigga Nation go, cause I like, bro, like, bro.
Nation, how we save the nation?
Oh God!
Look,
from Nation Domination himself.
I'm gonna go and be honest with y'all. I enjoyed that dialogue. That's why I didn't interrupt. But I am gonna say this. This to them is one big ass science project. If you haven't noticed, this the black
all the shit.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna get to it because But one thing about it is they gave us two names: African American and black. You look up black, other than the color, it means something that doesn't exist. So what you're trying to tell me is you're calling us something that ceases, it doesn't exist.
That's crazy.
You want us to go by something that doesn't exist.
That is right. That is right.
You don't think so. Technically, us as a people don't exist in their eyes, and that's why they call us.
That's
black.
Where the mind shit is at.
Okay. And you notice how you know, it's on movies and stuff, but they say, you know, magicians and witches be casting spells, and we be spelling out all this shit. We African
magic.
Man.
It's called black magic. Black magic, which is supposed to be evil. If you've noticed, everything that they put out that has something to do with fear is black or in darkness, which is still the theme of what? Black. Everything that scares everybody in the world, no matter from Chucky to damn Pennywise to Jason to Michael Myers to the Insidious movies to Valak, the devil himself starts off in what? It starts off with what? These scary movies. What is the movie?
It starts with black. It's dark.
And then the
Pure
white person
evil.
die
bro.
first.
Come on,
Oh
bro.
shit.
It's simple, bro. Like it's simple now. Like if we keep them where they are, they will not know where they come from. Thus, they will not get to where they need to be.
Yeah.
If we continue to feed them what we need them to eat, what we need them to know knowledge-wise, what we can tell them, oh, well, yeah, you got a diploma, yeah, you got a degree, but you don't have the experience. That's why when
Man,
we
I
back in
heard
the
that
day
shit
when we used
so
to be
many times,
when I
bro.
like back in the day, like example, back in the day before they took the shit out of the schools, you could graduate college. I mean, you can graduate high school with a
As a
welding
plumber.
license, or
As a plumber,
a plumber.
welder.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
What happened to that shit?
and
Can I add on to that, Nation?
Yes,
I think the deindustrialization of the schools and taking out these trades from the schools was to put us in the position of not being able to work. Because when you're not able to work, now look, if you graduated as a plumber, I'm a welder, and you, Nation, is an HVAC technician, we making $45,000 a year. With that $45,000, it would be easy for us to create any organization and donate to get anything popping. So they said we got to come at the economic base.
Right.
exactly. Because if I take the experience away, they still don't have what they need to make a decent living. So they have to go for these jobs that are $10, $15, $20. And even though they feel like they making it, they don't know what the hell they got themselves into. Even if they get into a career like doing the only careers that we really need to be in is a welder, is a plumber, is
engineering,
electrician, engineering, because those are the things that you can always get. You can find somebody that you want to do a job for and make bank off 2 jobs.
for real.
Meanwhile, I'm working as a teacher, and meanwhile, teachers are out here working their ass off to make sure these kids are educated and struggling, having to have more than one job and something else on the side.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's the crazy thing that you bring that up, though, because I was just saying that to somebody that I work with, because I work a 9 to 5. You feel me? So if anybody, we both work a 9 to 5. So how the structural system and how that shit works is. It's not meant to necessarily have us succeed in that type of tree of anything unless you conform to their type of norms. And that's what we're trying to express to niggas. Like, we don't have to conform to their norms to still be us. You know what I'm saying? It's like a whole circle of like crazy shit. Cause it's like, damn, we're going in circles in our life right now. Like we fought to be free, and then all of a sudden now we got to fight to be even more freer. You know what I'm saying? In 2020 nowadays.
To be 100%, bro, we didn't fight to be free, bro. We were fighting for freedom. They gave us a certain type of equality. They didn't even give us equality, bro. They gave us enough room to be comfortable. And that's where we're stuck at. We've gotten lazy.
Super sad.
It's not, it has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with black people killing black people. It does, but at the same time, that's a systematic injustice in itself. We're only killing each other because of what they gave us and what they told us. They give you, like you say, they giving you the keys to the kingdom with that. They giving you niggas shooting niggas. They giving you niggas robbing niggas, niggas stabbing niggas beating up on each other, making diss records about how they gonna kill each other. And what else are we supposed to do if you're surrounded by that negativity? Even though some of us rise above that, we have our moments, but it's all about the mind. And until we all train our minds, bro, we will never become one. And until we become one, we will always be oppressed. And I'm going to end it like this. And this is all I'm going to say. We need more black businesses. We need more black men to step up. We need black fucking militia. We need a black political party. And we need to take, not ask, not beg, not hinder, not make a deal. We need to take back our
That is
kingdom.
a
And
fact.
if they don't want to give it back to us, we need to find a group of land, invest in our own land, and if they come to our land, then we have force to kill.
Hmm. It's all about me.
That's
It's
all I
all
gotta
about
say,
making
bro.
it. Yeah, it's all. That's when I and to elaborate on what you're
But it's
saying, that is true. That is true because we've been attacked mentally for so long that we don't even know once we get to the acquired wealth that we so achieved on. Now we don't even know how to use it because we always think that we're supposed to be comfortable where we're at, and knowing that we're only not only that we're not supposed to be comfortable where we're at, we're supposed to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. We also have to think outside the box. Like I never thought that this would even come into fruition, but we was just always talking about it. We just needed a edge. We needed something about us that we was gonna stand out with anybody, and then here we are. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's about taking that action and literally just sitting, simply saying, not even just you're tired of it. It's just I've seen enough. We need some type of change. We need some different things. So as far as all the black businesses
it's not
that we
it's
could
not even about
have and all that other shit, it's like crazy, man.
it's not even really about us being tired of it anymore, bro. Because we can continue saying people are always saying, I'm tired of this shit, I'm tired of this shit. But what do they really do in actuality, bro? Nothing. Like we
True.
were talking about the business earlier. Like we were talking about the business earlier, bro. Everybody it's a fear thing. We fear what will happen if we break out. We fear if we can even do it by ourselves because we as fear is the only thing we've known for the last 3 to 4 to 500 years.
Mm-hmm.
Fear is what they instilled in us. Fear is what they put in our minds so that we could become conformed to them. Fear is what made all of us convert to Christianity. Fear is what made all of us forget that we were kings, gods before this. Fear is what made us forget that our roots come from great people who did things without white help.
Mm-hmm.
Fear is the thing that we need to get the fuck away from before we be fearing in our graves and they take
Mm-hmm.
over this entire fucking planet. And that is the end of my statement. I want everybody to think on that. And please, you can follow me, what I'm saying, on Instagram if you want to, what I'm saying, Trey Hub 1914, and you can tell me how you feel. Cause I'm gonna give you all the smoke.
There you go.
You better come correct.
Due to the fact of technical difficulties with Mr. Damien, I will end this podcast with my final thoughts. Of course, when it comes down to promoting black businesses, whether it comes down to anything like that, my cousin China does have a I believe, if not mistaken, a lipstick or some type of beeswax type of business that she's trying to promote. I will put her stuff up eventually when it comes down to it, because we literally talked damn near an hour about SARS and other topics that we were supposed to touch up on in the first place. So therefore,
Yeah.
um oh, and with this, not only that we need to end SARS as far as police brutality in Nigeria, Africa, the whole world needs to have a globalization of destabilization of the police force and reevaluation of the mental beings of these individuals that have sworn to protect our people, because of the fact that it's clearly not working. Um, and if you think it is in its entirety, it's because it's generalization, because you don't get into no trouble or you don't do this, you obviously are asleep, and you need to start looking at what's going on in this world and stop sleeping under that rock you've been under. Like fucking Patrick. At least, and even Patrick, that nigga comes out of the rock every once in a while and knows more than most of these niggas. So therefore, if a TV show, nigga, a star that lives under a rock knows more about the world than you guys do, we got a lot, and I mean a lot of work to do. So therefore,
I don't work to do, yo.
it's just, we got to, like you said, unity has to start within our self-awareness and accountability of what we are. And once we know what we are and what we're capable of and what we can bring to the table, the Black Journal and most other groups alike that are fighting the system can come together and unite
And just
and
the
not be on no
FYI,
weak
not
shit.
trying to cut them off. Any black group that wants to jump with that wants to help out or just want to come on live and speak your truth, please. You got 3 of us. We will put, you know what I'm saying, once we put this mud out, we will definitely put our Instagrams under there in our description, and you can definitely follow and DM us and let us know whenever you want to jump on one of these episodes, because we invite you. We want you on here. We want to be able to talk logistics and talk what's next. We have nothing but time, and the time is now. So, from the Hoodie God, Hoodie King, my boy the Lone Wolf, of course.
Facts.
Welcome y'all. We welcome y'all. Factual.
And that's a fact. So, hey, Nation said it himself, man. I ain't gotta keep talking no more. I ain't gonna say it no more. Put some respect on our names, all 3 of them. And we out this bit. You feel me? You heard me? Jersey. Nigga.
Jersey. Till next time.